DSEA Seaton Project Phase 2. This is a plan proposed by myself, Jean-Eddie Racine, along with Mr. Rick Beckman, Mr. Dale Irwin, and Mr. Eric Barber. We are all from Durham College and part of the first generation of students participating in the Renewable Energy Technician program. This is our Phase 2 video submission for the DSEA Seaton Project. The self-sustainable community is a plan that our group believes in with a great deal of passion. Our mission is to help bring to the forefront and consolidate the available renewable technologies within one large green community. The plan is to show how implementing these technologies would become an asset in our continuing quest to lower our carbon footprint in Ontario and ultimately the world. But first, here is a brief history of the provincial lands in Pickering. In the early 1970s, the province introduced the Toronto-centered region concept covering an 8,600 square mile region from Hamilton-Bradford in the west to the Georgian Bay area in the north and beyond Port Hope-Cobourg in the east. The concept included the communities of Brock and Cedarwood, which were to be established in the Pickering area. In support of the concept, the province acquired 25,000 acres of land east of Toronto with the intention of building a new community of 250,000 people adjacent to an international airport that was being proposed at that time by the federal government. The new community was to be built in central Pickering, on both sides of the West Duffins Creek. In 1979, the Ontario Land Corporation, now called Ontario Realty Corporation, submitted an application to amend the Durham Plan to establish detailed land use policies for North Pickering. The community was now being called Seaton. In August 2007, the province completed the land exchange in Seaton. Approximately 615 acres or hectares, which is 1,525 acres, were conveyed to the four major developers. From the vision our group shares, we believe that the new Seaton community should be built to facilitate pedestrians and small electric vehicles as well. Shops and local businesses can blend and operate within the community to facilitate Seatoners in getting to and from work and shop at will without constant use of motor vehicles. Work from home would be strongly favored by the community. The community will have a shared bicycle and or electric bicycle program and local electric buses to further assist residents' transportation to move within the Seaton community. If required, residents of Seaton are to be encouraged to purchase vehicles with low to no emissions to help further foster a cleaner environment within Seaton area. Hospitals, ambulances, fire and police departments will all have electric or hybrid vehicles to circulate within the community when required. Trees are to line every yard, public park, and golf course and roads of the community to further help it blend into its natural landscape. Waterways would be created to help direct rainwater into cisterns to use as agricultural irrigation and land maintenance use. Waste management and recycling will use the most efficient of systems like the ones developed by REM, which allows general waste to biohazard to be safely disposed of. These facilities can be linked closely with the enterprises that would normally generate large amounts of such waste. The waste in turn can be used to heat and power these same establishments. Again, this technology will facilitate and minimize the use of large dump sites. Seaton homes will be built to accommodate all levels of life and activity from single-family dwellings to multi-family units and even pensioners alike, all nestled within the natural landscape and beauty that Seaton provides. All main windows for each dwelling are to be south-facing to provide maximum solar gain to reduce heating cost and blend as naturally as possible within its local geography. Green roofs will line homes and building tops as naturally as it does the grass we walk and play on. This will reduce heating costs by providing major insulating R value. Each dwelling will have their own solar hot water and solar photovoltaic systems to help produce the unit's energy use. Some of the energy uses of each buildings or homes will be provided by these systems. This will lower edifices' dependability on the Seaton grid. Electricity generation grid in Seaton at large would derive from solar and wind farms primarily. However, heating and cooling would come from geothermal, local and cooperative types located in local ponds, drilled wells, or trenched wherever needed. City lights will use LED technology with their own solar cells with backup tied into the community grid. This grid consists of geothermal, solar, and wind power plants located in strategic geographical locations throughout the community. Each resident will access their own community garden alongside the larger organic agricultural areas, helping to supply the community with wholesome foods and create a synergy and a richer sense of community between its residents. K to 12 schools will provide a healthier environment for children to play, learn, and grow in a model community that will teach them how we ought to live with nature and not at Mother Nature's expense. No community is complete without a state-of-the-art community center, offering geothermal ice skating rinks, where the ice scraped is reused to help keep the rink frozen, and also having the geothermal systems heat the seats of the spectators, reducing considerably the running costs of such a center. With its attached new library, a learning visitor center, geothermal salt water pool, this center will be the envy of all other communities. Living space for 8,000 and employing 10,000 people would not be an impossible task for this Seaton project. Friends, we have been given a great responsibility to act as good stewards of our planet. We should no longer think we have a choice anymore in wasting resources. Seaton will show the world that these concepts are possible and should be and can be employed. Today is the day to make that leap of faith for a greener change, as tomorrow may very well be too late. Be ready for Seaton, because it's coming. A place to call home in the midst of nature with all the amenities of an advanced city, only without its noise and carbon pollutants of today's modern community. What more could be better? Seaton, a place for everyone.